In March 10, 2019, a brand new Boeing 737 MAX 8 fell out of the sky and killed 157 innocent people. Ethiopian investigation team released the preliminary report before some days. Here we are going to talk about those last 6 minutes of the flight ET302. All the time mentioned here is in UTC. At 5:37:34, ATC of Addis Ababa gave clearance for takeoff. At 5:38, the aircraft took off from the runway 07R and the takeoff roll appeared normal. At 5:38:44, the aircraft was in initial ascent. Suddenly, the angle of attack sensors, which are in the both sides of the aircraft, started to malfunction. The left AOA decreased to 11.1 degree and then increased to 35.7 degree. At the same time, right AOA indicated 14.94 degree. But suddenly, in 3/4 seconds, the left AOA value reached 74.5 degree, while the right AOA was in 15.3 degree. At 5:39:06, captain of aircraft told the first officer to contact radar. At 5:39:22, the aircraft was in the altitude of 1,000 feet. In that time, the left autopilot was engaged. At 5:39:50, the aircraft's selected heading was 072 degree, but it changed to 197 degree. Then the captain felt that there is something wrong, so he asked the first officer to request to maintain runway heading. At 5:39:55, they disengaged autopilot. At 5:39:57, the captain advised again the first officer to request to maintain runway heading, and they are having flight control problems. At 5:40, the AOA sensor sent the information to the plane's computer that the aircraft is going to be stalled. Then the anti-stalling system pushes the nose down for 9 seconds, and the aircraft descended slightly. At 5:40:03, the aircraft lost the altitude and the ground proximity warning system alerted. At 5:40:05, the first officer requested runway heading to the ATC. From 5:40:23 to 5:40:31, the ground proximity warning system alerted 3 times because the aircraft lost altitude. At 5:40:27, the captain was in control, so he advised the first officer to trim up with him. At 5:40:44, the aircraft was diving, so the captain called pull up for 3 times. The first officer acknowledged. At 5:40:50, they were having problem with the flight control, so the captain told the first officer to advise ATC that they would like to maintain 14,000 feet. Captain also told the first officer to inform about the flight control problem. At 5:40:56, the request was approved by the ATC. At 5:40:42 to 5:43:11, the left airspeed increased from 305 knots to 340 knots. At the same time, the right airspeed was 20 to 25 knots higher than left. At 5:41:20, the right overspeed clacker was recorded on CVR. It remained active until the end of the recording. At 5:41:21, the selected altitude was changed from 32,000 feet to 14,000 feet. At 5:41:30, the captain requested the first officer to pitch up with him, and the first officer acknowledged. At 5:41:32, the left overspeed warning activated. At 5:41:46, the captain asked the first officer if the trim is functional. Then the first officer replied that the trim was not working and asked if he could try it manually, but the captain told him to try. At 5:42:10, the first officer requested radar control vector to return and ATC approved it. At 5:42:30, ATC instructed ET302 to turn right heading 260 degrees. At 5:42:43, the selected heading was changed to 262 degrees. 5:42:54. Both pilots called out left alpha vane. The meaning of alpha vane is angle of attack vane. At 5:43:04, the captain asked the first officer to pitch up together, but it didn't work. At 5:43:20, the aircraft began pitching nose down. Pilots tried it to pull up, but the nose down pitch continues, which raised 40 nose down. The left indicated airspeed increased, eventually reaching approximately 458 knots, and the right indicated airspeed reached 500 knots. The last recorded altitude was 5,419 feet on the left and 8,399 feet on the right. The complete investigation report takes 1 year to finish, but also it seems that there was a problem with angle of attack sensors. And the same thing happened to Lion Air in 2018. Boeing is trying to fix the problem,